And welcome back. To continue our discussion of high school hoops, we're joined by Coach Mike Glick of Gwynn Park High School and a couple of his players, and they're going to enlighten us about what's going on in Maryland 2A basketball for this upcoming season. Mike, players, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to start off the discussion, well, first, guys, can you introduce yourselves?
Well, my name is Aka Bazil. I'm a senior at Gwynn Park High School, class of 2013.
My name is Jalen Harris. I'm a senior, class of 2013.
And I'm Coach Mike Glick, head coach.
Class of
back in the days.
Yeah, Mike, you and I were joking. I mean, we've been doing the show for about 16 years. And working with the kids keeps you young because you still look, with the exception of the beard, you still look exactly like you did when you first met years ago when you were coaching Jared Jack at Pilate, who's 10 years an NBA guy, so he's got a pedigree, and Rudy Gay. So, I mean, I'm sure he's already told you about a few times, right?
Every practice.
But Mike, talk about the outlook for this year's crop.
Oh, we're really excited. You know, year in and year out, we've had a great program at Gwynn Park, and it's due to our JV program. Coach Spencer Way does a great job. And we're very encouraged with this year's team. We have our two best returning players, but we have a lot of guys coming off the JV team. That was 20-2 last year, so we're excited. We lost 7 of our top 8 seniors last year, so we have a lot of, new roles to fill.
Right. Now, Keel, talk about you looking forward to being a senior with so many other young players to help you try to meet your goals as a senior this year.
Well, like Coach said, me and Jalen and I are the 2 returning players from last year. The rest players, coming off of the JV, so there's a new experience for them. There's a different level of basketball. We got two players that play football, just came from off the football field. So today was their first practice. So things are a little different now because they have football players and then have JV players. So now Jalen and I and Coach Glick have to, rebuild our team for having a winning championship this year.
Now, Jalen, earlier you said that you were a combo guard, if I'm not mistaken. So what's your strength? Is your strength facilitating the offense or taking 15 to 20 shots a game?
Well, to be honest, we actually missing a point guard, so I'm gonna have to bring the ball up a few times. But my role is really to score. I like to take it to the basket and shoot. Yeah.
At least you're honest.
He considers taking a shot facilitating offense, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He's a point guard that's
He
going to
gets
shoot
buckets.
50
It's offensive. But talk about, Mike, you've always played an up-tempo style, so, I mean, the defense feeds into your offense a lot anyway, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We're a defense-first team, and we feel that we should be able to get about 40% of our points just in transition off of our defense. And Jalen's a tremendous scorer, so we're going to be blessed to have somebody that has a year of experience. He averaged 17 points a game for us last year as a junior, so he's an integral part of what we're doing.
And, Mike, I know it's taken 7 years to adjust, but how does it feel being on the other side of the fence? You used to be at the private school where you were cherry-picking some of the best talent. Now you're fortunate enough to be in an area like Gwynn Park where it has a strong reputation, so you're still able to get some of the local kids. But we were joking beforehand, a lot of the big-time college-type hype has been taken by the private schools, but talk about how you've had to adjust your coaching style to play more of a running gun style with the smaller teams.
Absolutely. I love Gwynn Park. I love being in Gwynn Park. We've got such a supportive community. It's great tradition. So what I've done is we've a lot more of a defensive pressure type team. So we press a lot more than I did when I was in the Catholic League, a smaller, quicker team. But we've got a great bunch of kids and great administration. I love being there. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. It really is than being in the private schools. But the good thing is the kids have a little bit of a different mentality. They're not as privileged. They enjoy playing. They play a little more for the passion of the game and for the love of the game.
Now, who are your biggest opponents in your conference this year?
Our biggest opponents are definitely Largo and Douglas, and this year will be Potomac. But us being 2A, Largo and Douglas are our 2 nemesis that year in and year out we go against. And Potomac on paper has probably got the strongest team in the league this year. But they're a 3A team. But in league play, they're going to probably be the team to beat.
Now, Keel and Jalen, I'll start with you, and then Jalen follow. Are you ready to step up and play a bigger role for your team this year to help achieve the team goals?
Last year I didn't play the role. Well, I played a role, but I didn't play as much as I wanted to play. This year I'm gonna I'll always be on the court. So for us to win, Jalen and I have to step up and take a big part and play harder than we did last year. We don't have 6'9" Marcel anymore. We don't have, you know, Jarvis Hawkins anymore, those other players. So this year, me and Jalen and I would have to step it up in order for us to win games. I would have to score, and Jalen would have to score for us to win games.
And Jalen, look like you're looking forward to that scoring part.
Yeah. Well, like Coach Glick said earlier, we lost 7 in the top 8 seniors, which I was one of the top seniors, but I was one of the leading scorers. So, I mean, I gotta step up. I mean, ain't no more junior. I gotta play that senior role and step up. As long as a kill, we gotta commend each other to the JV, people that moved up from JV, to don't be nervous, play your game, don't worry about nothing. So.
And Micah, you're going to also have to adjust these guys to play a lot of minutes, not just from a conditioning standpoint, but from smart decision making, not getting in foul trouble, so you'll be able to have them down the stretch.
Did you hear that? Yeah. Sounds like you should be my assistant coach. Absolutely right. It's always a different role when you go from being a junior to a senior. And the one thing we try to tell the seniors, you have to play with a sense of urgency. It's your last year, and it kind of hits you really quickly, and it goes very, very quickly. So. I think our seniors will do a great job. I think we'll be right in the battle and have a chance to get back to Comcast and hopefully bring home a state championship, which we haven't done since 1988.
Now, we talked about you guys have been there many times. Coach Matthews, who we're going to have on the next segment, was there a few times and have always gotten to that dance. And it'll be great for you guys to finish out and bring that championship back to Gwynn Park, huh?
Yeah.
Now, Coach, talk about some of the other players that before we wrap up that you're going to be depending upon this year.
Oh yeah, we've got a bevy of players, which is excellent. We've got a couple kids that are coming off the JV that are going to give us really quality minutes. Evan Joyner, Anwar Mack, and Mike Pegram, and Isaiah Martin are 4 players that are coming off our JV. Our JV went 23-1 and 20-2 the last 2 years, and those 4 kids were 2-year starters. So they're going to help us immensely. We have a transfer from DeMatha named Cedric Hines. Okay. That's probably going to be our starting point guard, and he's going to really, really help us at the point guard position. And we've got some kids coming off the football field that are going to help us with inside play. So we really, really have a deep team, and we'll be right in the mix of winning the championship. But in the way the ball bounces sometimes, last year we lost on a 35-footer at the buzzer to Douglas, and that's how we got knocked off. So, you know, you're only judged on what you do in March.
Well, Coach, I know that you guys are going to have a great season. Young men, carry the torch for your senior year, and best of luck for you trying to capture that 2A state championship. Great job.
Thank you very much.
All right.